Burrow. Of course, we know Burrow, but who else do they
Burrow
have?
and Jamar Chase. That's their tandem. It's kind of like CD Lamb and Dak. Like
Jamar Chase.
That's the one-on-one. Like they go out there and play 2-on-2 ball with them.
Yeah. So what we got 85. Yeah, but if we're talking about his actual, what is he doing? Like, yes, Jamar Chase, it's buzzworthy and he's doing, great things and the media is covering him. But if we're looking at the stat line, we're looking at September 29th, Panthers, 1 touchdown. Against the Commanders, 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
He has no protection. Very little protection. That's why he gets hurt every year. He has very little protection.
He had 0 against the Chiefs. How
and
great
what you call it's a cheat?
If that's the case.
The Bengals are cheap. The Bengals are cheap. They're not willing to put more money up to get more guys in. Like that. Look at his roster has not changed in the 3 years he's been in the league.
Yeah.
His roster has not changed. Like they're not moving in new talent. They're not bringing in new guys, and they keep middling in the league. Not even middling, a little upper middle. You know what I mean? They're like right above 500 in the league, so they're not getting great draft picks. It's I don't know. Maybe I think we'll really see Joe Burrow when he's 28, and he's on to the next team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Burrow's got the talent, but the problem is we're talking about salaries, and we're talking about retaining the talent within the entire NFL. The struggle is you have X amount. Every team has it, so they can keep everything fair.
This salary cap.
Yep. And that's the juggling effect, and that's why the Commanders are wondering what's going to happen with McLaurin. We have a couple extra dollars. He knows they have a couple extra dollers. The agent knows they have a couple extra dollars.
Do you pay him or do you go get Devontae Adams?
We need to do something different because
I think getting Devontae Adams for you guys would be. I didn't want to jump into that, but getting Devontae Adams for you guys, I think, would be great because he get with Jaden Daniels right off the rip. Build that connection, and he could just air it out to him. I don't think it'll win a championship immediately, but I mean, just to have him groom him the way that he needs to be groomed is just like all the people that they took out there to all the people that the Cardinals got, different quarterbacks they had to go with Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald worked all of their quarterbacks into excellent shape, got them excellent numbers, helped them with their stats just by having them on the team. And it's just I can throw it to this guy, like Amari Cooper and the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's a valid point, but I also think we need to do a bit of money ball here in the NFL. Is we need to, chase after McLaurin, have his agent, fish around for different money, different dollar amount in contracts, but ultimately, we're not going to re-sign him. We might, but I don't want to.
Who,
McLaurin, no. I mean, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but when we're talking about stats, when we're talking about building a team, and we're talking about the traction that he has, he's increased his value over this year. Because if we're looking at the past year or two, we're looking at subpar seasons. So his evaluation has far increased this season, and it's time to release him so we could pick up either a couple defensive ends or upper more priority draft picks.
Yep.
That way we
get
can
yourself an edge rusher out the draft, get a running back out the draft, get some corners out of there. Yep. You get you did the right thing. That's the way teams work. I'm either going to develop you and keep you. I'm going to develop you, trade you. You're going to go get paid wherever the hell we send you. Yep. You're going to go get paid, and we're going to get a haul for you.
That's
I mean, that's what the Raiders are thinking right now. I don't know what the Raiders are thinking at all.
All right, let's bounce over to the Raiders. Where are the Raiders?
Man, the Raiders are playing.
We're all going out of order, so you're going to have to keep me on track. So we're going to have to circle back to it. Where we at? Raiders against the Broncos. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even want to think about
2-2 Broncos. When we're looking at Broncos, Bo Nix, Zach Wilson, so the quarterback position stacked.
Stacked? You call Zach Wilson stacked?
Yeah. he's got talent. I mean,
he's good looking.
Yeah, I mean,
his talent is blonde hair and blue eyes.
That's
that is Zach
Troy Franklin, Tyler Batty, Riley Moss.
There's a player on there that there's a person on there that you don't see on that page. It is Sean Payton. It is Sean Payton.
All right.
Versus Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce.
I love the Raiders. We've got some injuries. We've got Devontae Adams not playing because he's petitioning to get traded. He's trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
As much as I love, the Raiders, and as much as I'm going to say I'm picking the Raiders, I'm hoping that the Broncos don't make this embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because Sean Payton, he loves some Bo Nix, and he's playing his football. When you play Sean Payton, you're playing Sean Payton football.
Yeah.
I don't know if Antonio Pierce can coach his way out of that.
Well, it's he's dealing with a team of prima donnas. We're dealing with a team that's struggling to consistently produce the stat line. Yeah. So when we're talking about Devontae Adams, when we're talking about a couple of other players,
we've been a bunch of
Jacoby Myers.
The Raiders have been a lot of characters. We've been a lot of characters for a long time. Like even back in the Warren Sapp, Jerry and Tim Wright, Tim Brown, Jerry Rice, Rich Gannon, Warren Sapp days. Like it was characters, like, oh, that guy, you loved individual players for individual stuff. I think we got to make a cohesive team, and I don't know what they're thinking with all right, let's let go of Devontae Adams. I get it, we can get a haul for him, but what are you going to do with it?
We can't do much with it because our Raiders we have a team. We have a winning team. Our coaching is somewhere to be imagined, repurposed. He needs to call plays better. Things need to be executed better.
He's a first-year coach. He was the defensive coordinator last year.
That's really not an excuse, though.
It ain't.
Because
when
we're talking about,
you're right.
Like, what is it? Servants? Yeah. Servants. Like, if we're talking about people who are gifted, when we're talking about first out the league, when we're talking about Madden, I mean, some of the plays that he's been calling as a coach, my son playing Madden 25
knows better.
Can execute better plays, and I agree. Comical as that is, I mean,
it's sad. It's true.
He has a controller, but it would be no different than my 4-year-old son saying on a mic, "Guys, this is what we're gonna do," Make it happen.
Jet sweep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the quarterback he's got, and that's literally, they would execute it just like that. Like, I want it this, and this, and then I want to juke. I want you to run right, button hook, and right when the defensive end goes, I want you to run behind it. You know what I mean? And if they pulled some crazy shit like some college days, they'd put points up. I think that's what we're missing.
Oh, so what do you think the coach is a problem?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't thrown one flea flicker play this entire season yet. I mean, quarterback says hike, he throws it. Whatever happened to throwing it to somebody else and then don't dump it deep like everyone thinks it's gonna, throw it 8 yards. Throw it here and then just bump it across the line because if I'm over here and I throw it over here and then I'm looking this way, I could just literally throw it off to a defensive end, and it would throw the entire defensive line off. There's just no imagination. They've lost the element of surprise, the element of randomness.
Have we ever had it? Like when you say it, like as you say it, like I've been a Raiders fan for a long time.
We can't be predictable. That's the problem.
We've been doing the same thing. Run up the gut. That don't work. Air it the fuck out for 25 plus yards.
Yep.
Since Rich Gannon, that's been our identity. Like air it out. That's why they got Jamarcus Russell. Hey, you can air it out. Like air it out. Jason Campbell was probably our best option as far as a meticulous, go through all of my progressions quarterback, and he lasted half a season, maybe 9-10 games.
Yep.
Like it's the same. Isn't it crazy? No matter who's coaching, who's playing, the Raiders have been delivering the same game week after week for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
My homeboy sent me a meme the other day, and he was like, because he's a Cowboys fan, and he's like, and it was a long list of things that were created that didn't exist the last time the Raiders were in the won the playoffs, won a game in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The first thing on the list was an iPhone. I was like, hold up, the iPhone didn't exist when the Raiders were in the playoffs? Mm-hmm. You're like, yeah. think it was won their division.
Yeah.
It's been the same year after. I said it on last week's podcast. Week after week, it's the same mentality. It's the same culture, but it's the same fucking game over and over. I'm like, run it up the gut. That don't work. We're gonna air it out for the rest of the game. You're right. Where are the drop back? Where are the drop back short throws? Where are the throws to the flat? Where are the get a first down? We play ball like we're in high school, and it's been like that forever and a day. And I don't know, the culture has to change. Them and who was the other team? They're one of the teams them and the Cowboys, I think, are teams that they're not going to change until they sell, like the Commanders.
Yeah.
Until the ownership changes, culture changes. You guys, dregs of the league until you sell. Until you sell. And I think the Raiders have to do it, even though Al Davis is the identity of the Raiders, the Davis family.
Yeah, but I mean, all right, so Al Davis knows what he's doing now. The issue is...
In 1989, he knew what he was doing.
But the game is still the same. Like you said, a lot of the issue is from the management on down. The play calling or the strength or the
think it's that.
has been lost.
I think it's the culture. I think it does. And Mark Davis don't know what he's doing.
But all right, so when we're talking about old school, and we're talking about old school football, and we're talking about how they did it with basically little to no pads. We're talking about guys who are
big eye formation, jumbo linemen. They put the jumbo line out there, and we're going to try to run. If that guy gets hurt, because that's what happened to your running back. Back then, running backs got swapped out. Your running back gets hurt, air it out. Throw past all of that mess. You throw past the trenches. That was the whole thing. You got to throw past the trenches. It well into the secondary. That's why Jerry Rice was so important. That's why Deion Sanders was so important. Why? Because every team's going to air it out. After the run don't work, we're going to. If Emmitt Smith can't hit the hole, we're airing it the fuck out.
But it's also our running backs these days, they're too small. So when we're talking
you got a real point there. Yeah, they are small dudes.
Well, I mean, Barry Sanders, that guy was huge. He was just a big guy.
You got a real point.
When he got to going and that momentum was there, the defensive people would try to tackle him and they would just bounce off because the physics of it all is he's a 280-pound guy.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Who can move?
Yeah,
and
you got a real point. I never thought about that. Running backs are small.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs was small,
and that's the problem. They're running across the line and they're breaking like glass. They're scared to move.
Remember back in the day, you catch a running back.
Yeah,
it's gonna take 3 guys to bring him down. You know what I'm saying? Like now they're just getting hit, popping up, or getting hit and staying down. You know what I mean? That's why Derrick Henry's showing his ass every week because he's still a monster. I'm still a monster. You know what I mean? Like you got a real point. Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch, big dude. He was a little on the shorter side. Yeah, he was a little on the shorter side, but burly. Stalky guy. You took a lot to take him down. It's
the weight. So I mean, the when you get down to the fundamentals of the game of the physics of it, if you give the ball to a guy who weighs 250, 300 pounds, if he gets to go 15, 20 miles an hour past that line, it doesn't matter who's standing in front of him.
You can know the play all day.
Yeah. I mean, if they aren't moving, he's a bulldozer. That momentum is going to push him at a minimum, if you run the math, at somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 and 10 yards every time. So if you run the shotgun and you throw it to him and he just gets to go, and by the time he gets to that line, you are really in trouble. Whoever's standing there, and they'll learn not to.
Catch him going downhill is the wrap. Yeah.
I mean, who wants to stand in front of that? I mean, not only is it intimidating, I mean, you're getting paid millions of dollars, but you're like, after about the 10th time of it happening, you're like, fuck, not again.
Not doing it.
You know what I mean?
LeBron James. Yeah. This is how he made it. This is how he became LeBron James. Are you going to stand in his way? Are you going to take that charge? No. I'm not taking that charge. I'm not standing underneath his legs when he gets to dunking on me. Better clear out. And the young guys still know that. The young guys don't even jump and try to go for LeBron. Nah, let him. He's gonna knock you down. Yeah. And you're gonna be on somebody's poster in the morning.
And that's what it's about. It is about, consistently just inflicting no mercy. And the team that can do that on the offense is the unstoppable team, because now they could throw it, they could run it, and the defense knows that the offensive line.
You can know the play, but can you stop it? You could know what's going to happen.
Not if you have the weight and the running. See, and that's why the running back needs to be bigger. And we need to change that in the league. I think the Raiders would be.
But see, all the big running backs, guess what?
Would be.
They want to play tight end.
Yeah.
Because running backs don't get paid. Tight ends get paid. Tight ends get commercials. You know what I mean?
But ultimately, who gets the first downs? Who gives the offense more opportunities to keep driving the ball? So when we're talking about when contracts are up and time for renewal, it all gets down to brass tacks, stat line. This is what I contributed. If I'm the running back, I not only got in the end zone. That's only one factor to look at. But if we're talking about I kept the ball in play, I am responsible for a little more than half of the minutes in every game.
They trade you away.
Yeah.
And they'll give you $5 million a year versus if you play tight end and you're mediocre, you're walking away with 13. Like, they want to play tight end, especially if they're tall enough. Like, that's how you end up with the short running backs, because they can't play any other. Think about what other position you could play, but under 6'2".
Then we've hit the nail on the head. Then with it is then the tight ends need to be devaluated. I mean, we've got all right. I understand if you're Rob Gronkowski, you deserve all that money.
Travis Kelce has not shown up. Didn't they pay Travis Kelce last year, and he has not shown up at all?
I mean, Kelce was solid until Taylor Swift got in the picture, and then somehow some kind of energy shifted in the NFL where he got the hype. But his game,
he lost all his swag. Have you seen the memes of like how cool he was with the last girlfriend versus with his black girlfriend? How cool he is versus like what he looks like. Yeah, he looks like a middle-aged plumber now. Yeah, and he used to be swagged out, diamond earrings, nice lineup, and was showing his ass week after week. Yeah, I think he's sad his brother's not in the league anymore, and they got that $120 million podcast contract. Him and his brother got $120 million in podcast money. I need to be up. I need to be able to sit in a chair on the week.
What do you be podcasting with Kelce?
No, yeah. All
right, Kelce.
Yeah,
podcast.
Either one, but they're from Ohio. Yeah. Two Ohio guys, man. Yeah. Have you seen that podcast? It's very good.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's real good. Sports from real sport. But I love Jason though. No. I love Jason for forever.
It's solid, but I mean, a lot of the points that they bring up, it's definitely has its entertainment value. But a lot of the key points, and they've got the inside scope of what could and should be done. Yeah, is what's missing from that podcast. So if they get down to the immediate needs, the draft picks, the negotiation, and the chess of it all, I think
they'll get into that when Travis retires.
Yeah,
because they can't talk that much about the league. They can't get too in depth while he's still playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, once he retires, then they'll start, like, letting all the stuff fly. Letting it all fly.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's probably got a couple conflict of interest with that. So, all right, we covered the Raiders. Raiders are going to crush them. All right.
The Raiders to crush the Broncos?
It's going to be a close game.
I'm hoping it's not embarrassing, man.
All right. So.
But you made a good point. You made a real good point. Like, it's a bunch of prima donnas. It's just we're playing the exact. It's just like the Cowboys. Like, why are we playing the same? We're playing 1996 football. It's 1996 football.
Yeah.
Like, it was great 30 years ago.
For sure.
Great.
Yeah.
The game has changed.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. That's for sure. So we got the Panthers. We got the Bears.
You.
We're talking about the Panthers. We're talking about the Bears. I would take the Panthers. Just basically on the premise that we, as in the Panthers, we've got to do something. I think they're angry. I think they want to make something happen. I mean, we're the last in the league, and that's not a good spot they want to be at. So yeah, based on that factor alone, fate's on the Panthers side. I don't think they're going to do too much of anything on week 6. But they'll show up against the Bears.
I think the Bears have to. I think the Bears are going to win it because Caleb Williams may not be the best out there, but I think Caleb Williams is way more talented than Bryce Young. And the Panthers are a hot mess. They're another one with like a poor culture ever since Cam Newton was all their culture.
Yeah.
They've got a terrible culture. Haven't they been bought and sold more than once since then?
Yeah.
Cam Newton was all their culture. Bryce Young, we don't even know if he's a bust yet.
Yeah.
I don't see them winning. I don't see them winning 5-6 games this season.
So we're looking at Caleb Williams. What do we got?
He was a 60% thrower in college.
Doing that much though. Like
He's not. I didn't expect him to.
So I mean, what against the Colts? He got busy against the Colts.
Against Will Levis. Oh no, against Anthony Richardson. But wasn't he hurt?
Yeah. So Titans nothing. Texans nothing. How what?
And Anthony Richardson is more inaccurate than he is.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams not that accurate.
So I mean, Caleb Williams reminds me of that guy from Jaguars. What's his?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is the worst.
Good.
Trevor Lawrence is the worst.
No, last week you were crazy. Did you lose some money? Trevor
Lawrence, man, is the worst. Yes, I did.
Me $500 this weekend. Yeah, no. Who they played? Who they play?
God, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
He's something else. We're looking at Trevor Lawrence and Jaguars. Who the heck? I tried to forget about that game.
Jeez.
I
would not. Yeah, I would.
Texans.
Oh! At least it was close.
It was not even close, dude. Look at
those is garbage.
Yeah, let's look at Trevor Lawrence. Let's look at what he did.
He's such an adorable.
I got Texas.
He's such an adorable kid.
It's so 169 yards, bro. 54%. I mean, he wants to do good things, but overall,
I've never committed robbery with a smile before. He robbed the Jaguars. What did he get? Like $240 million. Like, yo, he robbed them. Yep. He cleaned them out. Him, and if Clemson didn't teach him, Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, good for y'all. Y'all robbed the bank. Good for y'all. Because I don't know, Dabo Sweetie taught them how to hold out, how to say the right words. Because goddamn, they have not amounted to a damn thing.
50% completion.
Oh, that's sad. I don't want to bring up bad memories for you. Jesus.
50%.
Trevor Lawrence. So Caleb Williams. You think? I think Caleb Williams will be better than Trevor Lawrence. I think he'll be a little bit better. Chicago is a place where I think the coach is the problem.
Yeah,
I think the coaching is the problem there. Like they need to fix it quick.
Well, sorry, time out. Put things in perspective.
Okay.
Daniels on the Commanders is 86.7%.
He's been showing out. Yeah, he's been doing great. He's exceptional.
So, I mean, to keep things in perspective, like, why would you want somebody on your team, or even further, play him that, hey guys, we got a 50% chance that this might work.
Isn't Caleb like low 60s? Isn't Caleb Williams like low 60s?
Yeah, he's like 52%.
No, he's not. He's not 52.
Promise you he is. We'll take a look at him.
He was like mid low 60s. He's like mid 60s, I think, in college.
All right, where's Trevor Lawrence? The Colts, Jaguars, and the Colts. Let's take a look at Trevor Lawrence.
They like him because they like Caleb Williams because he looks he looks like Patrick Mahomes out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. He looks the part. He's got the side arm, the side throw, the no look. He's got those things, but I don't think he can lead a team. Like, I don't think he's lead this team and be the anchor of the team. I don't think that's him at all.
No,
I don't think it's him at all.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no.
It's it ultimately goes down to the stat line. You could only fake the funk for so long, which is what he's been doing.
You think it's that bad?
Yeah,
it's that bad.
So it's kind of like I
didn't know Trevor Lawrence was this bad though. Yeah. That's like low 50s. That's a 53, man.
Yeah, that's they played the great trailer. His agent sold him on that. His college, was great.
Trailer.
Yeah, I mean. And
great movie sucks.
Yeah. I mean, Great guy in college, I'm sure he's great on and off the field. That's what got him his contract. But yeah,
I hate Clemson. Yeah, good looking kid.
Yeah,
looks the part.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Looks the part. Looks wholesome. Looks clean. You know what I mean. Like you wanna vote for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But Jesus, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Like imagine getting paid $240 million. Imagine getting paid $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And completely half-assing it.
Yeah.
Like, completely half-assing it. 3-4 years in a row? Mm-hmm. Zero expectation?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we got Joe Flacco now. We're on the Colts.
Is he starting at the Colts?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Flacco's good.
Yeah.
What's Flacco?
Yeah.
How old is Joe Flacco?
He's old, man. He's
like 37. He's like
39.
39?
Yeah.
Yeah, let him walk too.
Joe Flacco.
This would be it for him.
Yeah.
Like, let him go. Let Aaron Rodgers the hell up out of here.
Oh, he's bringing in Anthony Richards.
That's what I'm talking about. He's like 19 years old.
Yeah. So, I mean, Anthony Richardson, he's in the wings, and, he's doing good things. I mean, we got 75% completion, 200 yards, 50%. I mean, him and Trevor Lawrence are going hand in hand. He looked promising the last game against the Steelers, but he only threw in 71 yards, so about 2 passes. So it's
sad.
We'll have to see. Yeah,
sad is what it is.
Yep. You can either play with the big boys or you can't, but ultimately he'll get traded if he can't increase those odds. And I think
Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
You don't think he's the future of the Colts?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they have picked up a couple quarters. That is one team that does not mind. Like ever since Peyton Manning, we'll go year for year with you. Hey, you got a year to show us something special. If not, I remember they put Painter in there for like 2 years straight while they went through draft picks.
Yeah.
Remember Painter?
Yeah.
Who came in after Peyton Manning? Mm-hmm. He was they went like 2-2, like 2-15, like 2-14, some shit like that. Like he was terrible, but they rolled with him for 2 years while they was like, hey, we'll wait on the right guy.
Yep.
And then my man came out. What's his name? My man who left her too soon. Mm-hmm. What's my man? My man from Stanford. Oh,
escaping my.
Damn, he left the league so fast. He was amazing.
Yeah. Who?
I can't remember his name.
Me either. Like
When I say it, you're gonna be mad. I'll say it, you're going, oh yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, best Stanford football player. Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
Andrew Luck came out and he was gonna take him there.
Yeah.
He just couldn't take it. But Stanford, guess what Stanford makes you? Smart guy. He was like, yo, I've been hit too many times.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do this shit. And he didn't get a Tua contract. He did not get a Tua contract at all. He made like $30-40 million when he left the league. Tua made what, 200 already?
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Give half that money back and go home.
Yeah.
Like, go home. Like, yeah.
For sure.
So they need to, you're right. When you said it last week, they need to regulate. They need to start stepping in. The NFL needs to step in. Look, man, 4 concussions. You came into the league from college. Several surgeries. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. And I think they need to do it for old dudes.
And that's where the contract is not only to look after the player's health, but also benefits of the upper management where they can, say, okay, well,
they'll figure out some slick way to make it dead cap money so they can use it again, or
that. But also, if we're looking at a team of players, we're looking at the veterans who are trying to maneuver or get the leverage that they want to stay around. Because I can't imagine that the league wants to keep these players around just because of their name or their stat line. It's because they're on a contract.
Yeah.
There's been a couple negotiations with an agent, with the management, with a couple other teams. So they're playing chess, and the entire league is doing it. But if on paper there's the gray area that says, you've been injured this many times, we could have released you a couple of years ago, and we kept you around because we wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're a veteran, but ultimately it's time to let you go. And they could do that to rookies too, because if rookies get hurt, 4 or 5 times, then rookie doesn't produce. okay, well, you're
You
going.
got to put some caveat in there.
Yeah.
Like something.
I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence, for instance. I mean, they gave up so much money.
That burned you up this week.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but he's been injured. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
They could get rid of him. They could say this injury is
They
a
paid him
liability
after.
for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we don't want to be responsible for what's happened. We believe that you've taken one hit. That singular hit has knocked you off your game.
Has he been their quarterback for 4 years? He's like 4 or 5 years in the league, isn't he?
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence,
He's like 4 or 5 years into the league.
Trevor Lawrence sucks so bad.
It makes me him and Deshaun Watson makes me. He's 24.
Yeah.
So he's been in the league. He has to have been like 3-4 years.
Yeah. Stats. Yeah, he's been in since 21. Yeah. 2021.
So this is year 4.
2024, yeah.
Oh, he's terrible. He is really bad. Who do you know can keep their job for that long and suck that bad? I don't know a plumber that could like suck that bad and like keep his job.
Well, I've had a Dyson vacuum, and you know, it's still doing its job. So.
So bad. Yeah, you're right. Like I just, but and then get a raise after 3 years in. I'm gonna give you a bonus of all bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, he screwed the league up.
Yeah.
Since we're just shitting on Trevor Lawrence, he did fuck the league up with like his contract. When he got his contract, like late last year or like beginning before the preseason.
Yeah,
because he was the first quarterback to get paid, and then everybody started getting paid these shitty contracts. Justin Herbert's getting at $200 and something million, done nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like let's do absolutely jack squat and get paid.
Yeah,
at least Kirk Cousins got a resume that's.
Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins, man. When we had him on the Commanders, he was freaking great.
He was great. At least that's what I'm saying. At least he's put up. I'll even justify Dak. I don't like that Dak gets paid as. I'm not hating, but I think he's way overpaid.
Yeah.
But like, even like he's got a resume. He wins 12 games a season.
Yep.
Guaranteed 10 plus. Trevor Lawrence won like 6.
I mean,
he's like averaging like 6-7 wins a season.
Yeah. Who does the Cowgirls? Like the Steelers again. Yep. I mean, as much as I dislike the Cowgirls, I mean, Dak Prescott, when we're looking at
I don't like him.
what his stat line,
I don't like him.
Giants 81%. I mean, it just overall, you know, in his entire career.
If he played for and was drafted by any other team except for the Cowboys,
Yeah.
he would not be in the news.
Yep.
He would not. No one would care. If Dak Prescott played for the Cardinals, nobody would care. If Dak Prescott played for the Chargers or the Rams or any team, nobody would care.
Yeah.
Nobody would care. That's my thing. I'm like, dude, you just because you're a cowboy.
Well, a lot of it is building the bread. You know, the Cowboys got the Cowgirls and the cheerleaders in there. They're amazing.
Yeah, the cheerleaders are fucking great. Cheerleaders are world renowned, record holders.
Yeah.
Do they have more trophies? They definitely got to have trophies in the last 22 years more than the Cowboys.
Well, the Commanders and the Cowgirls are probably tied with them. But jumping back into Week 5 here, where we went over the Panthers and the Bears.
I can't wait to see the Jets lose.
Panthers. Okay. Let's run it down here.
Dolphins and the Pats. That's all.
Bucks are going to beat the Falcons. Do you think the Falcons are going to beat the Bucks?
I think the Falcons are going to win that one.
All right.
Yes.
Jets and the Vikings.
I'm going with the Vikings all day. They've been playing the best football in the league.
Vikings are going to crush the Jets.
I
Panthers,
hope so.
Bears, Panthers.
Bears. Going for the Bears.
Panthers, it's their time, man. They can't
think
lose
so?
this much. Yeah, definitely.
They lost this much last year.
Yeah, but
the year before.
It's a new leaf.
They're turning it over.
It's a new season, yeah. So Commanders, Browns. Commanders are going to take this. It's our time.
All right, fine. I like the Browns, but I can definitely, if the Commanders won, I would not be surprised.
Go.
Yep.
Dolphins, Patriots. Let's open this up real quick. Patriots fell apart.
I don't know. They're both falling apart. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on with the Dolphins.
Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, Devon Akane, Jalen Waddle is good. Patriots
I don't
just
know
are
what's going
showing
on. They
up.
have the same team from last year.
Yeah.
Like they besides Tua getting banged up.
What's Drake's May?
Drake
stat
May
line?
is the same as the dude that they cut last year.
that-
He's exactly the same as the guy they cut before.
Sucks. They need to get rid of him.
Jacoby Brissett.
See, this is a lot of the problem here. Is his 23? What the Commanders? What?
I forgot y'all had Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, and he was 78%.
He was not bad.
Yeah.
He was not bad. He should have stayed there.
His entire season completion 78%, and then we're going to Daniels.
Yes.
So, and that brings me back to
You
management.
guys took the steps. Remember last pod? I said like you're gonna get a little better next year.
Yeah.
And then the next year it's gonna show like, hey, we're just as good as we were last year, and then some. You build on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're building on. The Commanders are building on it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're just not. I don't think we're executing as smart as we should. I mean, because we got
rookie.
McLaurin. If McLaurin we kept him for another additional year.
Mm-hmm.
He is a rookie, but if we're talking about the draft, if we can pick up key first round, second round
Yeah.
is where we need. We don't need the first 5, but we need the first round.
You need linemen. You need running backs. You need a good first round lineman. You need a first round tackle.
Yeah.
That's what you guys need. A good first round tackle. Pick you up a running back in the 3rd, 4th round.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you guys need guys.
For sure.
Guys. You need guys. You know what I mean? Like you need depth. Stack the roster.
Oh, so Dolphins, Patriots.
I don't know what's
Dolphins.
happened to either one of these teams. I don't know where are they playing at.
I don't even know.
If they're playing at Miami, I'll take Miami.
Dolphins and the Patriots.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
They're playing in. I don't even know.
I'm gonna go Patriots. They're playing in
They're playing in
Gillette.
All right.
Yeah, they're playing in Gillette.
I'll go with you on the Patriots.
I'm gonna go Patriots, yeah, because I don't know what's going on with the Dolphins. They're falling
Colts,
apart.
Jaguars. I'm gonna have to take the Colts because Lawrence just is the worst.
You're just not gonna bet on Trevor Lawrence again.
Never. I have lost my faith completely.
Oh yeah, let's go Colts. Let's go Colts.
I was
like
out
Flacco.
there. I said Trevor Lawrence is going to do it. You can't suck this bad. And let me tell you, he can. He has proven me wrong.
Who's worse, him or who you think is worse, him or Deshaun Watson?
I would have to say Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is the worst. Man, I'm telling you, like, a fucking blind midget in a wheelchair can make more completions than Trevor Lawrence could.
But they can look as good as Trevor Lawrence looks throwing interceptions. Nobody looks that good. Like throwing interceptions, just takes that helmet off, hair just flows. Like, you almost forgive him.
Yeah.
You almost forgive him in that moment.
The atrocity that just happened. What did you just
As
do?
he walks
It's like
off.
interceptions, like, oh, they're golden locks.
As he
But
walks off the field.
It's it's just like,
You can tell, like, you know what? You make me want to go gamble this weekend just for the reaction. Because when you win, you feel like you're on top of the world. But when you lose, it's like, oh my God, like run me over with a car. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Just to feel that, you know what I mean? Just to feel that again. You know, sometimes you burn your hand just to see if you can feel anything.
For sure.
I just want to go bet on some. Oh, you make me want to go bet on the Raiders.
The Raiders?
I'm not gonna.
All right.
I can't play with my heart. I got to play a game. When you bet on a game, you got to bet on a game that I don't like. This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Houston Bills.
This is a good one. That's going to be a hard game to judge.
Yeah.
You've got Josh Allen, and you've got the new Josh Allen in my man from Ohio State.
Yeah. So we're looking at the Bills. We're looking at the Texans. We're looking at Josh Allen. What's Josh Allen doing? I mean, if we're talking about Josh Allen, 55, 57, he's not doing a lot of anything.
They're literally like holding it together. It's some teams going to come in there and like stay behind, and then they're going to be like, all right, they're going to enter the rebuild.
Yeah,
because they're going to rebuild. I think the Bills are going to rebuild in the next year or so. But some teams going to come in and really has to cut their ass. It might be C.J. Stroud because didn't they lose last week?
Yeah,
C.J. Stroud lost last week, right? Yeah, they're a stacked squad, and when you get a bunch of stacked people, prima donnas, dudes that want it as bad as the Texans do, they might come in and whoop the Bills' ass.
Oh, the Texans are going to make it happen. I mean, look at C.J. Stroud. We're looking at 70%. We're looking at his overall career 64, but we can't look at that.
Yeah.
He had a rough last year, which was what,
his rookie year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this, so far, we're looking at 75, 65, 67, 67. So we're looking at average roughly 70%. So,
I'm liking Trevor. I'm liking CJ. In fact, I'm taking the Texans.
Texans
for
sure.
Yeah.
Based on the stat line in and of itself.
And the Bills are playing good ball.
Yep.
They're playing good ball. But I'm going to give the edge this week to the Texans because they're stacked. They got a great roster, great coach, a great defensive-minded coach at that. DeMarco Ryans is a good coach all around. And I think they're really pissed about last week.
Yep. Ravens, Bengals. Ravens, we covered this.
Ravens, yeah, we're going Ravens, man.
We going Ravens.
The Ravens can't go under 500.
Raiders, Broncos.
Let's go Las Vegas Raiders.
Let's go Las Vegas. We got to go Las Vegas Raiders.
Got to go Las Vegas Raiders.
Even though Devontae Adams is
but my money.
Crybaby.
Money is going on the Broncos by like 7. Yes, my heart of hearts is all about the Raiders. I'll be wearing a Raiders jersey this day.
Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco's gonna win this one because
Yeah.
San Francisco they got to prove that they're not washed.
For sure.
Yeah, they got to prove they're not washed. They're getting old though.
Agreed.
The youngest thing on their team is Brock Purdy, and they're getting old.
And Kittle.
Is Kittle young?
Yeah.
Kittle's young. How young is Kittle? Like
Schmedian.
26.
52, I don't know.
I feel like Kittle's been around for a while.
30.
He's 30. I feel like he's been around for a minute. Like Kittle's been around on that team for a long time.
Yeah, but look at that mohawk, dude.
He's just cool.
Yeah.
He's just cool. Like you forget how old he is 'cause he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Like Crosby. That's a guy I want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Crosby's a dude you want to smoke weed with.
Yeah.
He seems like he kicks ass. Yeah.
For sure. All right, so we're going 49ers.
Yeah.
All right. Giants, Sea Chickens.
I'm going with the Seahawks, man. I'm going because I want Daniel Jones to get the fuck up out of here. I want them to beat Daniel Jones so bad.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith is leading the league in passing yards right now.
Damn, he is, yeah.
And he was doing it last year. He was doing this same time.
1,182 yards.
Same time this time last year. He was doing the same thing.
Say that 3 times fast.
I can't remember.
Same time this time
I can't
last
say it. I couldn't say it once. But yeah, he did the same thing last year. He
Same time this time last year. Geno Smith.
Who's putting go back one page? Go back one page. Who's putting money on that face?
Oh man, that face is some.
That face is dead serious.
That face is the face of a businessman.
That is the face of a Bible salesman that you slam the door in.
Yeah.
That is a face that you slam the door in. Like if he not
that's the face of the guy who said D's nuts. Like he
that's
wildly
the face,
famous, the trailblazer. He is the kind of guy who will walk out there and say, "Are y'all ready for D's?" What? Nuts! Geno Smith.
That face washed my windshield the other night when I was leaving the Mandalay Bay. He stopped me and washed my windshield. Like, God, he is ugly.
Geno Smith is something straight out of a horror flick. Like,
I've been a fan of him since New York.
Geno Smith?
Yeah, I like Geno Smith. I liked him when he came out. I thought he was good.
Right,
I thought he was great. But
zoom.
he is ugly. His face is haunting, to say the least. He's only 33?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. What's he going to look like when he's 40?
Mr. Geno, he's going to be bald or he's going to get plugs. Could you imagine?
I just love it when... I don't know what it is about athletes. They always go bald, but like him trying to hold on to the hair now.
Yeah.
I'm happy for his resurgence. Let's not say I'm not happy for Geno Smith. I liked Geno Smith out of college. I liked him in New York.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, all right.
He's not the prettiest of guys. There's Trevor Lawrence, who is the dregs of the league, who is horrible.
The worst.
And extremely good looking. Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
NFL teams, y'all need to draft the ugly guy. Stop drafting these pretty boys. If Geno Smith has not taught you anything, stop drafting the good looking guy. So he doesn't have to be pretty. Caleb Williams, real good looking kid.
I agree. What we've learned, the key takeaway from this is find the brick shit house in the stack.
Find the
And
ugly
sign
guy.
him.
The ugly guy's going to work so much harder for you. He's going to work so much harder. He's not going to take your money and run like Trevor Lloyd.
Yeah.
Or Deshaun Watson. He's not going to take your money and get weird stuff done because no chick is giving a handy to that face.
Definitely not. But he's also the same guy who will show up with, a broken bone and not tell anybody about it. Has
Geno
still
Smith.
put up record-breaking points.
Geno Smith.
That is that guy. He is the guy who looks like he's been through some other kind of freaking hell.
Crack.
Who is ready to run through it all.
Why is that crackhead photo why is that number one on Google? I think Google was trifling for that. They could have put any other photo up.
No, Google definitely did a number on him.
Google is not.
Geno Smith has been doing some things, and I think Google just wanted to have some fun. It's kind of like what they did with Kamala Harris.
Are you looking up the leading rusher of the league
on every
right now?
Wednesday when you look up Kamala, you see a camel.
Really?
Well, because it's hump day. Okay.
Oh God! If she wins, that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, can you see her walking around the White House? Hey guys,
Day.
guess what time? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hey, Kamala, we know. Hump day.
Oh God! Move it. I saw Beetlejuice last week, man. It is haunting. Man, get him off the screen.
Yeah.
I love Geno Smith. Get him off the screen.
Moving on.
Jesus.
Moving on. All right.
I'm going. I think Daniel Jones is terrible. I think Daniel Jones is. I think he's like Zach Williams.
So we're going
Zach
Giants.
Wilson a couple inches taller.
Packers, Rams. I'm going with Packers.
I'm going with the Packers. Jordan Love's supposed to be back.
Yep.
I'm going with the Packers. I'm going with the Packers.
Yep.
They're young. They're flashy. I like them, and I hate Harbaugh.
Who we at with
Am I the
Jordan
wrong team?
Love?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the wrong team.
Yeah, no, we got it. All right. Yeah, he's doing some things here.
Almost 60%.
Yeah. So then we circle back to, we got Packers over the Rams. We looking at the Cowgirls Steelers. We covered this. We're going to take the Steelers.
I'm going Steelers. Yeah, I'm going Steelers. And that's strictly with my heart as well. I want the Cowboys to lose. For what? Because fuck them. That's why.
Yeah, fuck
I
'em.
don't really have a reason. You don't have to have a reason. It's the Cowboys. The people who are rooting for them don't have a reason.
I have a reason. In the 90s, the Redskins, we teabagged them then. We teabag them every year.
Yeah, the people who watch the Cowboys don't
Fuck
have
the Cowgirls.
they don't have a reason for being fans.
Yep.
Like most people who are Cowboys fans don't know football.
It's the cheerleaders. It is the cheerleaders. If you've ever seen the cheerleaders, that's what fuels
Most
the brand.
Cowboy fans don't know football.
Yeah, no.
They don't. No, hey.
But they can wear the hell out of a hat, and then they can.
The ugly jerseys and
Huh?
Nobody's made more money off the basicest of basic things like the Cowboys. A white star in the middle of a blue shirt. That's it.
That's actually when you put the one star in the middle of the blue shirt. It's a questionable star. It's a shifty star.
Who are the Saints playing this week?
All right, we got Derek Carr.
The Saints got Chase Young?
Yeah, we're going against the Chiefs, and we're going to crush them. Saints are going to take it down the Chiefs.
You think so? Okay, I like that. I like the Saints. All right, I'd have to rock with you.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs they've been doing that Patriots thing.
Yeah.
Remember, like the Patriots, they'll get through the season in a shady manner.
Yeah.
Not shady like cheating, but shady like, y'all just won that one.
Yeah.
Like, thank God y'all got the Jets next week because the Patriots, they play the Jets and it'd keep it tight, but they're like eking by these players. Somebody's gonna come by and be like, "Yo, you're not gonna beat us this Sunday," because they've been eking through games. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Saints. I like the Saints. One is I like Derek Carr. The Raiders, you should have kept Derek Carr.
Yeah.
They didn't like him because he had too much control. He was not just the quarterback. He was the soul of the team. The soul of the team. It's hard to take a Christian dude, drop him in the middle of Vegas, and him not want to go home every goddamn night. You know what I mean? But
Agreed.
yeah, like he was the soul of that team, and I'm glad he's having a resurgence too.
Cool. That pretty much wraps up week 5 of the NFL. We got anything else to add to this before we wrap up the podcast?
Nah, man, let's take this hard out, man. I don't know. It's brought to you by the Advanced Training Institute.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Advanced Training Institute. Come down here if you're looking for a new career, a new shift change, and you want to get into HVAC, you want to get into personal fitness training. Speaking of football, I had 2 NFL players graduate out of our personal fitness training program here. So, hey, we're doing it all down here at ATI. Come get with us. Come check us out.
All right. We're going to end on that note. ATI. ATI.
Competition.
The competition. Well, I graduated from National Technical Institute.
There you go.
ATI is where it's at.
Yeah, ATI is where it's at, man. Like, they got me here. Like I said, we're pushing out NFL players. We're sending kids to F1.
All right, here, we'll edit that out. All right, we'll do the cutout again one more time. All right, so from here at Love for Sound Sports,
Troy and
Chad. Okay, no, that was a horrible cutout. So
what do you want to do?
I don't know. I was going to say the ATI because I didn't mean to throw a TI in there. All right, so
we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here and call it a night.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
From all of us at ATI, Advanced Training Institute, good night. But before we go, Troy has a couple words for you.
Don't be afraid to come down here to the ATI and join our program. I mean, if you want to come out, if you're young, if you're old, if you've been through it or you're going through it or you're just starting your journey, give us a shot as far as your education and your future, man. Whether it's the groundwork you're trying to lay or a foundation or you're trying to put icing on the cake, ATI can help you out in all ways. Check us out.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right. That there and about does it. Did it record? How shitty would that be if it didn't? Don't worry, it did.